is sure to be a real masterpiece. We're turning the treasure house into a museum of fine art, and most officially declaring this Art Appreciation Day! Yay! All the greats of the art world are here. Vincent van Greenjeans, Rembrandt, Pablo Picasso, and the toast of the modern art world, David Hippity Hoppity. And I am Musa Angelo. Now a little background on our first featured artist. He was formerly an auto mechanic.
How did a mechanic get to be a famous artist?
Because he made a Van Gogh. Besides, a mechanic prefers to work in oils.
I'll have to Rembrandt that one.
The first work on display are a group of the coolest artists around, Icy Ice and the Icebergs.
Ouch! Buddies, today there's something bugging me. I simply can't get a thing right. I can tell you a tale about it. It all began in the morning when I got up. Well, so tell your tale right now. Well, it happened like this. First I woke up my chocolate and bread. Then I set the table with my hippo instead. With a rotten old comb, I polished my teeth. And then I cleaned my coat with a toothbrush and grease. In the shower, I licked the soap to shampoo my hair. While later in the kitchen, I was rinsing the bread. I was cooking some buttons in the frying pan and sewed a fried egg on my tailcoat then. I laughed at my door lock when I stepped outside. Then I locked up the sun to go out for a ride. And then it was over. What shall I say? There's something wrong with me today. Just wait a minute and try to make sense. Okay, I'll wait a minute and try to make sense. You woke up your hippo, set the table then. I woke up, hippo, set the table then. Fried an egg in the frying pan. Fried an egg in the frying pan. And sewed the buttons on the tailcoat again. And sewed the buttons on my tailcoat then. You locked the door when you stepped outside. Right, and laughed at the sun for a little while. Okay, but this was far from being the end. Listen what happened when I went out camping. First I did blow up the tent after dawn. The rubber float I placed in the middle of the lawn. I fished 2 camping chairs out of the stream and sat on a fish voice you should have seen. I swam and I dived in a green field of clover and picked up some violets from the lake of Manitoba. I carved my name in the air mattress and slumbered on a tree like a kitty cat. I sunned myself in the light of the moon and fell fast asleep when the sun came out soon. And now I am bushed. What shall I say? There's something wrong with me today. Just wait a minute, you again did it wrong. I know, I again did it wrong. Not the float, but the tent had to be on the lawn. Float on the water, tent on the lawn. We swam and dived in the lake of Manitoba. I swam around in the lake of Manitoba. I picked up some flowers from a field of clover. I picked the flowers from the clover. You sunned yourself in the summer sun and stepped in the moonlight like everyone. That's how it goes. Let me have your saxophone. I am hungry. No way. I am cooking my magazine in it. Don't make such a fuss, boys. My laundry's dripping through the coffee machine when you can have a cup of lukewarm margarine. Huh?
Fun time! You know what that means? Here to sculpt a rhyme that's sure to make an impression. Grandfather Clock!
Oh, thank you, Musa Angelo. Grasshopper sits in the rain all alone. He wants a house that he can call a home. The others pitch in with the talents they bring and build him a house that's fit for a king.
Thank you, Grandfather Clock. Today's story is Jamie and the Grasshopper. On his own, the grasshopper is sitting sadly in the rain. I'm always in the rain, and I can't find shelter anywhere. I wish I was a mole. He has a house with long tunnels under the ground. He's nice and dry now. It's also always warm and dry in the hen house. The chicks and hens sit close together. There's no room for me there either. Velvet the mole appears. Hey, Grasshopper, what are you doing in the rain? Everyone has a house except me. So why don't you build a house? Answers Velvet. The grasshopper starts to work. He plants sticks in the ground and puts leaves on top. He builds a real house. Goodness gracious me, this'll lead to trouble, says Velvet worriedly. The grasshopper works hard, but then it happens. The wind blows. Watch out! It's too late. The whole house has collapsed. Grasshopper, Grasshopper, oh dear, says Jamie, who saw it all. The grasshopper sits down sadly. We have to do something. A house where you feel at home is always nice. I'm going to ask the other animals for help. They're sure to want to help the grasshopper. The animals are all hard at work. Velvet the mole digs a tunnel. Jamie saws and hammers for all he's worth. The rooster reads the blueprints and gives instructions. Jamie and the chicks bring soft leaves and hay. Meanwhile, the grasshopper is sitting staring into the distance. Oh, no one cares about me. Then Jamie appears and announces, "Hey, Grasshopper, come with me. We need you." The grasshopper follows Jamie, surprised. The grasshopper sees the house. "Wow," he calls out loud. "A house for me?" Everyone is so happy. Joe Sparrow and the canary fly up. "Now you have a house when it rains too, just like the other animals," says Oscar the wood pigeon. The grasshopper picks up his violin and plays a lovely song for the animals. When the song is over, the grasshopper receives a rousing round of applause. Even the swallows clap. Yang the golden carp appears and wonders, "Isn't it funny that the animals don't want to get wet? I live in the water. I have a large pond, and that's my house."
Ooh, ah, ah.
stranger?
It is me, Space Guy Bob. I mean you no harm. What is that thing?
I don't know. Come on, let's find out. Greetings. No need to fear us.
That's right, just like he said.
We come in peace. Uh-oh. Was it something that we said?
Hey, Pacatano, have you ever thought about seeing a tennis coach?
No, I'm an artist. Why would I go to a tennis coach?
To brush up on your strokes.
I've got one for you, Musa Angelo. What's an artist's favorite flower?
Oh, I know this one. Posies. Get it? Because people pose. That's either Whistler's mother or Thomas the Tank Engine. Now let's study this picture more closely and see.
Daisy, the diesel rail car's work in the countryside was full of surprises. But she was frightened of bulls and cows, and she remained very lazy and stubborn. One day, Toby brought Henrietta to the station where Percy was grumpily shunting. "Hello, Percy. I see Daisy's left the milk behind again." "I'll have to make a special journey with it, I suppose." "Anyone would think I'd nothing to do," grumbled Percy. "Tell you what," replied Toby, "I'll take the milk, you fetch my freight cars." The drivers and station master agreed. Percy had never been to the quarry before. He began ordering the freight cars about. "Hurry along," he said. The freight cars grumbled to each other. "This is Toby's place. Percy's got no right to poke his funnel up here and push us around." They whispered and passed the word. "Pay Percy back. Pay Percy back." "Come along," puffed Percy. "No nonsense." "We'll give him nonsense," giggled the freight cars. But they followed so quietly that Percy thought they were under control. Suddenly, they saw a notice ahead. "All trains stop to pin down brakes." "Beep, beep!" "Brakes, conductor, please." But before he could check them, the freight cars surged ahead. On, they cried. "Help, help," whistled Percy. The man on duty at the crossing rushed to warn traffic with his red flag, but was too late to switch Percy to the runaway siding. Frantically trying to grip the rails, Percy slid into the yard. "Beep, beep! Look out!" The brake van was in smithereens. Percy's driver and fireman had jumped clear, but Percy was stranded. Next day, Sir Topham Hatt arrived. Toby and Daisy had helped to clear the wreckage, but Percy remained on his perch of freight cars. "We must now try," said Sir Topham Hatt, "to run the branch line with Toby and a diesel. You have put us in an awkward predicament, Percy." "I am sorry, sir." "You must stay there till we are ready," continued Sir Topham Hatt. "And you really must be more careful with freight cars." Percy sighed. The freight cars groaned beneath his wheels. He quite understood about awkward predicaments. Sir Topham Hatt spoke severely to Daisy, too. "My engines work hard. I send lazy engines away." Daisy was ashamed. "However, Toby says you worked hard after Percy's accident. So you shall have another chance." "Thank you, sir," said Daisy. "I will work hard. Toby says he'll help me." Excellent. What Toby doesn't know about branch line problems isn't worth knowing. Our Toby's an experienced engine. Next day, Thomas came back. And Percy was sent to be mended. Annie and Clarabelle were delighted to see Thomas again, and he took them for a run at once. All are now friends, and Toby has taught Daisy a great deal. She shoed a cow off the line the other day all by herself. That shows you, doesn't it?
Vanessa, my love, I am here for you. My cheese is your cheese. Hey, Scott, what are you doing?
Hey, you want to play Space Mice?
No, thanks. I'm gonna visit Vanessa.
Yeah, right. And this is your bag?
It is?
You're kidding!
Nope. I'm gonna go.
Sure. You're not leaving.
Yes, I
Huh? Bob, you know, I think he's serious. Don't leave me! Bob, come back!
am. Okay, but on one condition.
Here's your burger, sir.
Good timing. I'm about ready for another drink.
Okay, you art lovers. What did the painting say after being arrested?
We don't know.
I was framed. Here's another one for you. Why do painters never get cavities?
Why, Musangelo?
Because they spend all day brushing.
Isn't it about time for another showing?
Right you are, Rembrandt. Here's a group of artists whose work is definitely not a still life.
It's wiggle time!
Wake up, Jeff. Everybody's wiggling. Wake up, Jeff. We really need you. Wake up, Jeff. You're missing all the fun now. Wake up, Jeff, before the day's through. What's that sound? I can hear somebody snoring. What's that sound? It's not Murray or Greg. Anthony's awake, so let's have another guess now. Oh, my goodness, it must be Jeff. Wake up, Jeff. Everybody's wiggling. Wake up, Jeff. We really need you. Wake up, Jeff. You're missing all the fun now. Wake up, Jeff, before the day's through. Dorothy the dinosaur is munching on some roses. Wags the dog is digging up bones. Henry the octopus is dancing round in circles. Wake up, Jeff, we need you for the show. Wake up, Jeff, everybody's wiggling. Wake up, Jeff, we really need you. Wake up, Jeff, you're missing all the fun now. Wake up, Jeff, before the day's through.
Can you keep that noise down? I'm trying to sleep.
Let's wiggle again.
I eat grass and I move all day. I'm a cow. I'm a cow. I eat green grass and I give white milk. I'm a cow. I'm a cow.
Here's a few more jokes worthy of a reproduction.
We'll be the judge of that.
Why did the hamburger throw out his Rembrandts?
I don't know.
He preferred mayonnaise. Get it? Mayonnaise, Monet, the painter.
Oh, Musa Angelo.
Hey, hippity hopney. Do you know what the kiln said to the lazy pottery? You're fired!
That's our clue to easel on out of here.
You got it, a Van Green jeans. And remember, make all your jokes amusing and all your time fun. Fun time!